This video is brought to you by my Discord server that I just launched. If you want to chat with me, if you want to chat with other subscribers, well, check out the link in the description after watching this video. My favorite recurring racetrack in Mario Kart has to be Bowser Castle. These tracks just have something so epic about them, being big adventures filled with thwomps, with lavas, with Bowser stuff. Anyways, it's pretty crazy, but hey, let's not waste any time. I'm Nico, and here's my top 10 Bowser Castle tracks. I believe that there is no better way than to start off this list with a Bowser Castle tracks from the very first Mario Kart game, Super Mario Kart. That game features a couple of Bowser tracks, but I went with Bowser Castle 2 as I realized it's my favorite one. The Bowser Castle tracks in that game are not very mind-blowing compared to the newer ones, let's be honest. But the fact that this one has little bumps you must jump on, thwomps that attack you after the first lap, and this little part where there's multiple paths you can go through always made me enjoy this one. Warning, controversial opinion coming up. I am not a fan of Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance. In fact, I could even go as far as to say, I don't like it. No, I don't like this game. The fact is, the newer Mario Kart have taken older tracks from the SNES and GBA era of Mario Kart and actually made them pretty great in 3D, and this is why GBA Bowser Castle 1 from Mario Kart 7 makes the list. The track starts off easy with a couple of turns while avoiding thwomps, but it soon gives you a couple of jumps above the lava, and the Mario Kart 7 remix features the blue jump, which gives you a glider to fly over the whole lava section. Once again, a pretty simple track, but nice nonetheless. While we're at it, GBA Bowser Castle 3 from Mario Kart Wii is pretty cool too. The track features thwomps, jumps, and sharp turns where you must avoid falling into the lava. Kinda like the previous entry in this list, it features a jump and ends up with a narrow path featuring lava and thwomps. I remember this track getting quite crazy at 150cc with 12 players and all sorts of items being thrown left and right. Plus, it's one of the first tracks I remember seeing an ultra shortcut discovered for on YouTube about 10 years ago. I mean, look at that jump. Wow, that's some impressive work. Nice find. I promise we're almost done with the GBA Bowser Castle remakes, but considering almost all Mario Kart games featuring retro tracks have included one, that's where there's so many on the list. This time it's GBA Bowser Castle 2 in Mario Kart DS, and just like its friends from the list, it features the usual thwomps trying to crush you, as well as a couple of dangerous jumps over the lava. What makes this one go higher in the list is the astonishing amount of jumps on the tracks. You rarely just drive on the floor in that one, you're always jumping, avoiding fire pits and fireballs and stuff like that. And I think that's why it makes it the best GBA Bowser Castle track from all the remakes. So now let's go with something that is not a GBA remake, okay? Bowser Castle in Mario Kart 7 is one big adventure. It starts off with you flying inside Bowser's mouth, either on the top part or the bottom part, then up a staircase, into a corridor full of lava, only to end up underwater while still avoiding lava. I'm not really sure that's actually possible, that lava would not turn into stone underwater like that, but hey, what do I know, I'm not a volcano specialist. Anyways, the next part takes place in what looks like a volcano, only to come full circle and start over from the beginning for lap 2 and lap 3. I like the many paths you can take in this track, you know, going up or down, left or right, inside the spinning barrel or just on top of it. This is the kind of thing that makes a track feel more interesting to play on. Choices. You can make it different from lap to lap, and it actually makes it way more interesting. Bowser Castle in Mario Kart DS is a pretty simple but effective racetrack. It features many obstacles like this circle-shaped room where fire is coming out of the ceiling, or you know, this spinning barrel thing that you must be careful not to fall off of. The thing is, all these obstacles can be failed, but you can still drive to the end of the track nonetheless. You missed the second door in the spinning room? Not a problem, you just missed the shortcut, but you'll end up at the same place by taking the first door. You fell off the spinning barrel thing? Doesn't really matter, as the game gives you a ramp to get back to the track. I guess this is one thing I really like from this Bowser Castle track. It's more of a risk and reward type of track. You can take it easy, live the good life, take the first door, go down, and that's okay. Or you can try harder and go for the shortcuts. It's up to you, really. And I guess this is why I like this track a lot. So next up I decided to go with the N64 Bowser Castle from Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, I debated whether to take the original track on the Nintendo 64 or just the remake on the Wii, but eventually, since the track is pretty much the same in both versions, I decided to go with the game with the better controls, and that is Mario Kart Wii. This track takes place in Bowser's Castle, where you got to avoid thwomps going up and down, left and right, only to go down the staircase into Bowser's very own garden. There's not a lot of flowers though, you might wanna, get some help, Bowser. Then you go up a tower and eventually on top of the castle. This Bowser racetrack contains one of the biggest mystery in Mario Kart's universe. Who's that thwomp behind that door? Like, why is he stuck there? Why is he in jail? Why isn't he hanging out with his friends trying to kill you and the rest of the Mario Kart crew? This is weird and it was never explained. Jeez, Mario Kart, your lore is so thick. There's one thing that I gotta give to Bowser. He builds castles like no one does. Bowser Castle in Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a prime example of how he can completely go overboard when he builds his stuff. This castle makes absolutely no sense at all, hence why there's anti-gravity platforms everywhere. You couldn't walk on that, these walls are so slippery you would fall down to your doom, you need anti-gravity. Then there's this huge room with a giant Bowser robot that punches the racetrack left and right. Like, what is up with that? And then you fly outside the castle in what seems to be an active volcano with giant boulders coming at you. Plus, there are these Bowser statues shooting laser beams, these fireballs floating in midair, or this giant spiky boulder hanging like a pendulum. This is one crazy castle and I really like it. Bowser Castle from Mario Kart Double Dash is not made for that many racers. All of the corridors are super narrow and are filled with thwomps trying to crush you. Then there's a part in which you must go up a spiral located in a room filled with lava, only to be met with a giant circular room with lava spinning around, but the best part has to be this long hallway with a giant Bowser statue spitting fireballs. This one is pretty crazy when you think about it. Just like the one in the DS game, it features a little bit of risk and reward, as you can either go around the statue down the path, or you can drive straight ahead down the dangerous hole with no walls to protect you from falling. This ending part is usually what decides who wins and who loses. Like, if you decide to go for the shortcut and you fail it, well, you're done for, but if you do it, then you might as well be in first place and win thanks to that shortcut. So, your choices matters in that racetrack, and that's why it's so cool. When I first played Bowser Castle from Mario Kart Wii, I wondered if the pizza I ate that night made me sick because the first hallway once you enter the castle twists left and right, and how does that even work? It's so... I'm gonna be sick. The thing is, this track features thwomps and hallways like all of the previous one, but the best part has to be this giant half pipe featuring a giant Bowser statue at the end, spitting bouncing fireballs at you. The next part in the castle will make you go up staircases, only to go outside the castle, where some cracks in the floor will reveal lava flowing up and down. This Bowser Castle truly is my favorite because of how insane it actually is. So tell me, what are your favorite Bowser Castle racetracks? Tell me in the comment section down below. You can subscribe to the channel to make sure not to miss anything, and you can hit that like button to really help me out if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, tap here or there to watch more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next one.